Welcome to My Life in Israel podcast, where I speak the truth with people about finding a solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict while combating anti-Semitism, anti-Israel, and anti-Zionist propaganda, and rant about Israeli politics and life in Israel. I also throw in some Judaism to spice things up. I am enraged, people. Let's talk about these prisoner releases and how Israel has come to this situation that we find ourselves in. How is it that the state of Israel still has not have a comprehensive death penalty law for terrorists? Why is it that if there's a terrorist attack and at the time there's somebody close by, IDF, reserve, civilian, anybody who has a weapon that is able to stop the attack and kill the terrorist at the time of the attack, nobody says a word. Nobody is saying, oh no, we shouldn't have done that. We should give them their dignity and rights and have them go through a trial and then send them to prison for life. No, nobody says squat. Okay, but the problem then becomes when they're not killed right away during an attack, or if they're only injured, and then we have to arrest them and put them on trial, and then we still don't give them a death penalty. We let them go into prison and sit in a jail for years and years and years, and they are able to live life, get benefits, have comfortable positions, do all these things, and then to just sit there until they spend a few years and then get released in these deals, in these hostage deals or a lesser sentence, and then they go out and commit more terror attacks. Our innocent blood is on the court's hands and on the Israeli people's hands who keep allowing this to continue. Where are all the protests? The Kaplan protests that are screaming "Demokratia, Demokratia," and not protesting that these terrorists are put to death, but instead are wondering about their conditions, whether they're getting enough food or clothing to make them comfortable. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with the people here in Israel that are allowing this to happen? The blood of our people is on your hands. You seem to care about the terrorists more than you care about your own people. So why is there not a death penalty for terrorists? Finally, one just before October 7th was passed in its preliminary reading, but it still has not passed its final reading. Why? Because now we're in a situation where our hostages are at risk. We have everybody that we have arrested since October 7th hasn't been indicted yet. We haven't put anybody on trial yet. They're just sitting there in jail waiting because we can't do anything until our hostages get back. And now we finally are starting to learn our lesson, and we're denying the prisoners benefits. If they're an Israeli citizen or resident, they're no longer going to get any compensation from the state. But we still haven't made it all the way to the death penalty. We're doing everything but giving them the death penalty. And so why is it that it's so hard for the coalition, the people in the coalition, to make this decision? There are people, the majority of the people, Israelis here in Israel, are for the death penalty, for terrorists. But we have people in the coalition, even the Haredi parties, are against the death penalty because of some weird concept that they think that we're going to make a mistake. When it should be clear to anybody who commits a terror attack that they're guilty. So, and the Attorney General is stopping it because they think they have the authority to decide whether we have a death penalty or not. They are calling it inhumane. The president has come out against the death penalty. And a lot of the people that we have committed death penalties for previously all throughout Israel's history have been commuted or not enacted. Like, wake up, people. I think it's time that everybody seems to wake up and understand what needs to be done. Do you want to keep doing this over and over and over again, releasing all these terrorists and to get a few of our hostages back only to have more hostages die because of it? Like, seriously. And now we still can't even win because even when we release the prisoners and we decide to deport them, so they're not here trying to commit other terror attacks against us, that's still not good enough for you. Now we have protesters protesting the deportations because now it's going to make it harder for the Mossad to keep track of them all over the world. And they could still commit terror attacks abroad against Israelis or Jews, or they could still incite people here to commit terror attacks. So it does nothing. But you know what does something? Executing them. Executing solves the problem. It solves all the problem. No more benefits. No more sitting in jails. We'll have plenty of space in our jails again. And they will have no more excuse. They don't care. They don't care if they die. They can go to paradise. Let's help them go to paradise. Like, why is it in our Western thinking that we have to give them rights and dignity and all these benefits. They don't care. Let them go to paradise. Let Allah sort it out. We don't have to deal with this anymore. Just stop being stupid and get with the program and start executing these terrorists that are trying to kill us instead of trying to be nice to them and giving them food and comfort and clothes and all these things, all these benefits. Stop it. Stop it, Israel. Stop it. This is ridiculous. Get our hostages back and clear out freaking jails so this doesn't happen again. Execute these people now.
Thanks for listening to My Life in Israel podcast. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for non-podcast videos. If you enjoyed the podcast, like, share, comment, and follow me on Spotify and other podcast apps so you never miss another episode. Support my work and support Israel by making a one-time or monthly donation or become a subscriber to get access to exclusive content. The links are in my profile and description. And stay tuned because I have a lot more to say. Am Israel High.